Hi fam, this is your finest Ghana's finest farmer. My name is Enyonam. And if you're new on my channel, then you're most welcome. Feel at home, subscribe, share the links after watching every episode. If it's about agriculture and agribusiness and investment in agriculture space, then you're on the right platform. The Ghanaian farmer. Business tilling the land, yes. When it comes to Ghana, Africa, and even Europe, you will see we will be flying about everywhere pretty soon. We are all the way in our farm in Sege because we finished the 30-acre planting. We are left with 15 to plant. But because of the rainfall this week, we have to hold on for a few days. The place is a bit muddy. And when I was coming, there's this fine gentleman. His name is AJ Willz. He's equally a YouTuber. He is an agric graduate who has become a branding person, media personality, and is into marketing. So I asked him, Master, your parents take you go agri school. This is what part of it. That's why our farmers are not, the produce and the yield are not coming. Because why say, you know me, I born for the interview they can't. Why say you go school, go study general agriculture? That means specialization. So from land preparation to planting material, fertilizer, everything, you know. Then he says that I'm a branding expert. I'm into marketing. I'm a media person. What do you mean? Huh? Hello, AJ.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, yourself.
I'm well. When did you complete the school? Which year?
I completed my first tertiary education in 2011.
2011.
Yeah, that's Sunyani Technical University. Then Sunyani Poly.
Okay, so what did you study?
General Agriculture.
General agriculture.
Yeah.
And you graduated in
2011.
2011.
Yeah.
Okay, so after graduation, what did you do your national service?
After graduation, I did my national service in Eastern Region. I was into teaching and the electoral commission as well.
You see this thing? Somebody will go do agric. You carry and go teaching. You don't teach agric for the school. Where do you go teach?
ICT.
You see the things that I'm talking about. Somebody study general agric. Then you went what would you go and teach there?
And so that blame should be given to I think the National Service Secretary needs to respect.
Of course. National service, please start posting out to what we've gone to study. Post us to that field. So that by the time we come out, we have at least 1 year of
experience.
You take me, I study PR, then you carry me go somewhere, then I come back, you accept me together the right skills to actually help a company progress. It will not work. So 1 year straight, you were teaching ICT and what?
And I was working with the electoral commission to IT department.
All right. So after at least national service did you a great disservice. After the national service, what became of your life, your career?
Well, after national service, just like every other graduate out there, we started to look for jobs, try to secure something to put on the table. So this next thing was job hunting.
Okay.
So we had to hunt for jobs. So the agri sector I think by then it was not so attractive as it is now. So we just had to put it aside and jump into the private sector where we had to look for our own jobs wherever we get a job. So we jump from one office to another. The normal student life, graduate life, searching for a job.
I'm told you did a bit of insurance here.
Yeah. I've been into marketing for almost 4 years. Insurance.
You were selling insurance.
Yeah, I was a marketer. Insurance for Glycolife. Sorry, but I have to mention that's the company. So yes, I did 4 years straight in marketing with them. Then from there, I worked with another company as their IT support. Then I bounced back a little bit, travel in between. Then I bounced back again. I worked with another advertising agency, and that is where I picked up the branding things from. So I studied the branding, how to brand yourself. Let's say the whole general branding and entrepreneurship. So I studied it from that.
Don't break my plant for me.
I'm not breaking. Oh,
your
plant is strong. So as I said, so that is how my career has been. And from there, I picked up. I started working for myself.
Okay.
Established my agency into branding, and marketing and graphic
So
design.
how long have you become a self-employed person?
Pretty since 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
So like 3-4
Yeah,
years
3-4
now.
years now.
How has it been to become a self-employed nowadays? Now you're no more expecting salary at the end of the month.
Yeah.
But you are going to pay yourself and also pay your casual workers or temporary people who work with you. How does it feel? How are you adjusting as a young Ghanaian man?
Truth be told, it's not
Mhm.
easy. Anybody who tells you that it's easy, they're joking.
Okay.
Because there's a lot involved. But I don't regret taking that decision.
To become a self-employed?
Yeah, it's one of the greatest decisions I ever took to stop working for someone. Because when I became self-employed, even though it was challenging, I saw it as more. I had time to focus on what I'm passionate about. So I had time to study. I had time to learn everything about branding. I had time to put into practice my marketing skills that I acquired over the years and to use it to develop and establish my business.
Okay.
So it helped me, and it also helps in a way that even if it's one city,
Right.
it's your money,
Yeah.
so you can manage it. And waiting at the end of the month, you're already owing people because you have to survive and go to work and come back. So even though it was difficult, it was worth it.
Okay. I also learned you spent a bit of your life in South Africa before
Yeah,
relocating
yeah,
to
yeah,
Ghana.
yeah, 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 yeah.
How
yeah.
is life like over there and here? What's the difference?
All right, so not I spent chunk of my childhood in South Africa.
Okay.
I think we left Ghana when I was 5 years old. We came back when I was roughly 15.
Okay, so like
Yeah,
10 years.
yeah. So I basically grew up in South Africa, not South Africa only, but South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia.
Okay.
Those terrains. That is where I grew up in. Life there. When I came to Ghana first, it was a little bit difficult because life there is on a different. They are more open and free people. They do anything that they want to do. And but I was a farm boy actually. My dad was a farmer.
Okay.
So he had big plantations in Zambia and in South Africa. So I spent most of the time. That's why I developed the interest for agriculture. So life there is fun, it's simple, it's okay. But Ghana too has its perks. It's peaceful, hospitable, no much violence, and the economy is also much better than most of these African countries as well.
Okay. All right. So if your father, what was your father producing?
He was into cash crops, vegetables, sweet potatoes, like what you're doing, maize, I think, and beans.
Okay.
So we used to produce sweet potato, cowpeas, maize, and vegetables, carrots, and all those things. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if your father had done this before you relocated to Ghana, why didn't you continue the legacy, Maza? Why veered into insurance selling and all that? Why?
Farming is not easy.
Yeah.
You yourself, you can attest to the fact that you keep going up and down, and for you to get this done, it took a lot of energy, a lot of resources. If not, you had good investors standing and believing in you. It would not be easy.
Yeah.
So farming is not something that just comes easily like that. It's something that you need to really plan. I've not given up on farming. To me, that's my retirement package.
You see, that's what I don't want to hear. How do you mean farming is your retirement package? Why not do it now? Now that you're strong, you're healthy, your waist is in good shape that you can use for farming. You want to wait when the waist is dancing.
Oh, not about
before
the way.
you
There's mechanized farming. There's an advancement in farming now, so you don't necessarily need to be tilling the land with your hands all the time. Plowing is there. If you want to do the ridging, the ridger is there. If you want to spray, they have spraying machines.
Okay.
So everything is mechanized.
Okay.
So it
It's
doesn't.
your retirement package.
It doesn't. You don't really need to have a certain age limit now, as compared to the years back, where I could dig. There's a hole we used to use in Zambia. I could dig almost. I don't know, but I could dig from morning to evening. I'll be on the field.
Digging,
Digging.
working.
Instead of using a tractor, I'd rather dig manual plowing.
Manpower.
Yes, manpower.
Okay.
So I know how to do all those things. So it's tedious.
Okay.
You understand? But now there's advancements. There's a lot of knowledge we can learn from the farming.
Right.
So when I say retirement package, it means when I'm retiring, I'm going to full mechanism or
mechanized farming.
Yeah.
All right. So, as a young man who has studied agri, whose father was once a commercial vegetable producer, and you spend a chunk number of your years South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia before coming to Ghana, and you veered off that lane, I don't blame you too much because you were exposed to other sectors that might have caught your attention. One of the things that young people will tell you why they are not attracted to farming is because, like you said, it's not branded well. There's lack of resources. It's difficult to access land, hard to get markets, and a few other things. As a young man who is hoping to go into mechanized farming or commercial farming in some few years to come, what do you think we have to do right to attract more youth to come into this space?
I think you're already doing that. You're making farming attractive for people out there because they now know that apart from the manual work that goes on at the farm, there's agribusiness. So where people get the products and sell them, repackage them. So agriculture has now become a long value chain where everything falls in place. Once it comes from the land or the farm, someone that gets it, you buy it, you package it according to how you sell it, you retail it. So it's a value chain now. So what we can keep doing is throwing more light on ways and means we can the potential, and there's so much potential in farming. I said it some time ago that even if the world 10 decades to come or any number of years that come, farming is still going to be important because people have to survive, which means we need to cultivate food. So it will just keep getting better and better. We just have to make it more attractive for the youth because we are always looking for quick money. But farming, if you have patience and give yourself, for example, sweet potato takes 3 to 4 months. You give yourself that time. Imagine the next 4 months, 5 months, you are harvesting, you've sold your potatoes, you have cash. The next 3 to 4 months, it's coming again. So you know that you can focus in the next 4 months, I'll be getting money. So whatever project you want to do, you can always plan and know that in every 4 months, I can do a project. And you might even be rich and nobody know you're even rich.
Okay. So from your expert, give us a few of advice. There are a lot of people who do not have time for the long-term crops like the cocoa, the cashew, orange, and a few other things. If I am the person who want the fast cash, then what then do you suggest that I cultivate?
All right, if you want the fast cash, for my experience in a little bit in agriculture, the practice, listen, there are so many crops you can do.
Okay.
Farming is not seasonal. I always say farming is not seasonal, depending on how you strategize yourself.
Right.
Now there's irrigation.
Okay.
You can run irrigation from January to December, and you always produce crops. Now there are certain crops that in Ghana we've labeled them as seasonal crops. We have to wait when it's gone or it becomes scarce. They become so expensive. So imagine in that period, you as a farmer, you've decided that anytime the demand, there's scarcity for a certain product, that is the time you produce and sell. So imagine at that period until it comes back, bounces back, you are making money. So, and there are so many tomatoes. It's difficult to handle tomatoes, but if you're able
Very perishable.
yes, if you're able to get the market and plant the right varieties that people want, you would make money.
As an agri expert, there is this thing, I don't know if you've seen or experienced it. A lot of local farmers or smallholder farmers would rather do extraction of seed, wait for the next season and plant than buying hybrid. What is your take on that? Then, and people also say that hybrid seeds are GMO. Is it true?
All right, now to answer your question, I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to, when we plant maize, he has a certain eye. I don't know how he does it, but when he plants the maize and we harvest it and we are peeling them off, sometimes he waits for them to dry when we are peeling them. So once you are throwing them, he tell you, pick this maize, pick that maize, pick that. Then I asked him, why are we picking those? He say, this maize
Would be
good and it will produce more than the rest. So I think it comes with experience. What he was doing was more of experience. He has done that for a long time. So he was able to identify the right variety in the midst of many. And it's true. The next season when we plant them, they do so well. Now, I would not support farmers using their farm produce, like you've planted, let's say, tomatoes, pepper, then you extract the seed, you dry them, you keep them. Now, don't forget that now pest is also another. Is your plant, that seed you're going to plant again, pest resistant? Is it going to yield more than the first one? Is it going to be robust? Is it going to be healthy enough? Is it going to contain the same nutrients as the first one? So there are a lot of questions you need to ask yourself. Is it viable? Sometimes you might plant it and not do well at all. So, and there's no these hybrid seeds. Listen, we did hybridization. I did a lot of how to cross plant plants and all the. There's nothing GMO. If it's GMO, you would know it is GMO. It is stated. Because they'll not label it wrongly. So planting hybrid products is nothing wrong with it.
It's not necessarily a GMO
No,
plant.
there's not. The fact that it's a hybrid doesn't mean it's a GMO. If it's GMO, genetically modified product, it will be stated that it's a genetically.
But they said a hybrid is expensive.
Hybrid is expensive, but it's it's worth it. Why would you touch? You want to sell on a larger scale, isn't it? So if you want to sell on a larger scale and you want to make good money, why not invest into something that will bring you that income?
Per my travel across the region, they'll tell you, oh, okay, family, no money, no day inside. You have seen your father produce on large scale. What are some of the rewards that he's gotten, properties that he's achieved from farming to sponsor you and your 4 other or 5 other siblings to become responsible and good men and women in society? What are some of these properties you would mention?
Even as that time, those times I was a kid, farming has always been attractive. As I said, there's money inside farming if you do it well. Even that time when tractors were so expensive, plowing was so expensive, but he was able to make money. He was able to sell. We had almost, was it 50 acres of land? Then he could plow the whole land, plant maize and harvest. And we had huge trucks coming for the maize. So one is monetary aspect. So he was making money. And he was recognized as one of the best farmers around. So people too came to seek for his advice, his input. So aside the money that you're making, you become a go-to person in that sector, in that field. So people begin to trust what you're doing because you're doing it right. So it's not always about the money. Money is needed, but other things also rewards, like you getting respect.
You guys were sponsored through school.
Good. You take care of your family. Your family will never lack. Everybody around you knows that, okay, when it comes to this kind of farming, we can talk. You are a go-to person. You become a consultant. So it comes with its perks.
Did he build any house?
Oh yeah, he has.
He
has property.
Right.
Our farmland had one of the biggest properties in Kitwe,
Lusaka,
Matero in Zambia, and all those things. So yes,
your Zambian girlfriend. Hello, Zambian girlfriends.
Nobody remembers you anymore.
I know, right? Okay, so before we wrap up our interview, when it comes to digital aspect of farming, our farmers do not, appreciate how much importance it is to attach digital media to what they do, social media, like creating platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, like having a logo, a branding, website, like, all this, how important it is for a farmer in this 21st century.
In this day and age where life is moving to, if you're not part of the digital stream, you are lost. Because now everything is, the era we're in a digital world, where everything is now digital, everything is now computerized. So if you refuse to adapt to the changes, you'll be left behind. And when you're left behind, you'll be complaining that things are not happening, but it's you that is not joining the train. Digitalization or social media or the digital era is important in every aspect of business. No matter where you find yourself, it's important. Why? Because the world is now a global village. That's why we're able to chat people within seconds. WhatsApp, they get it far apart, video calls, this and that. So if I can reach a wider audience within a short space of time, why not take advantage of it? Now, farmers need to understand that they don't need to be that archaic way of doing things. They need to learn the modern ways of doing things. Be more visible. We shouldn't shy away from farming. It's one of the greatest things.
You need to be proud.
You need to be proud as a farmer. So if you're a large scale farmer and you know you're producing on large scales and you are selling, listen, then don't hesitate to put your business out there. Get your social medias done. Get someone to manage your social media for you. Post everything that happens on your farm. Communicate with people. Get a YouTube channel. You are harvesting, you are taking. You are planting, you are taking.
Yeah.
Just like you do.
Yeah.
You get it? You are moving people along with you.
Right.
People get to understand what you do. So when it comes to farming, they know, okay, this Asimesi is good in this. But if you are not visible and someone mentions your name, now what they do is, oh, in your name, I'm looking for this farmer. Oh, go to farmer A. They'll go and search. That's the first thing they'll do.
Yeah.
The first thing
to see if you pop up or not.
To see if they can get some information
on you.
Okay. And one, immediately I search for you. In branding or in something, we call something the first glance. If I don't get something about you within the first minute of my search, I give up.
Okay.
So I need to immediately I type your name. I should see something about you.
So and so farms.
Good.
It has to pop up.
It pops
and
up.
so farms. It has to pop up.
I go and read on
Right.
myself.
So he's a go-to person when it comes to your digital media platform, like the Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, your logos, your website designing, just a few pages, like 1 page or 2-page website. Let him profile the farm for you. Have your contact. Have your picture there. If somebody wants something, refer your links. Tell him, go and read about our farms on this page. And my cameraman, he does the same thing. If you want quality photos of your farm produce, you want video small, so he will do the video, the pictures, and give it to him. And then he works on the social media. He does as well. So listen, if you're out there, you can't do your farm and leave social media out. His page is AJ Willz Media. AJ Willz Media. Very affordable. Lastly, you started YouTube. I mean, it's been way back, but you were not active. Yes. But now I see you started being as you do lifestyle, you do branding, you do marketing. And in recent times, when I'm coming to find out, he said, I want to follow you. I want to ask, is it crashing on me? AJ, are you crashing on me?
All right, yeah. I think my account on YouTube is almost 10 years old.
Hey!
I registered the account very long time ago, but I was not using it.
Okay.
I was not much inclined into this social, especially YouTube kind of thing, because I felt like.
I mean, you are busy making money. You don't have time. Juma. I know.
But you made it possible. Okay. You developed my interest in YouTube. You made me understand. Even though I've gone to workshops for YouTube and stuff, but I don't really take them serious. But working and getting to know how you operate made me understand that, listen, there's a potential in YouTube and everybody's jumping on YouTube. So I decided to keep it active with branding stuff, content and field farm, that is travel and lifestyle that I follow you around. Yeah, if I'm crashing on you, because you're being a very good Ghanaian farmer, you're telling people a lot about farming. So it's attractive to come and witness what you're doing right here in Seke.
Okay. All right. So finally, what are we seeing you run away to South Africa again, or you are back in Ghana and you're back to stay?
Actually, I've been in Ghana. Okay, I've been back to South Africa, back to Zambia twice.
Okay.
And I'm a Ghanaian, so this is my home.
So you're here for good.
I'm here for about. I might be traveling.
You have a business, so
so definitely.
You
but I'll travel
soon
around.
Marry,
definitely,
have your children, and have a big farm.
You know that. But the traveling they go happen.
Hey! All right. So an insightful interview with my main man AJ Willz. He is the CEO of AJ Willz Media. His YouTube channel is AJ Willz Vlog. AJ Willz Vlog. The link is down there. Go to the description. You'll see the link. I would also put it on the video so you can see. A very promising young man, very hardworking. He's a go-to person for all your digital issues, your branding, marketing issues. He owns an award. So he came from Zambia, from South Africa, Zimbabwe to come and establish the Eastern
Region Media Excellence Awards.
Eastern Region Media Excellence Awards. He came to establish it because that's where he's based, in Koforidua. He established that to appreciate and motivate the young media people in that zone. And they've done it for 6-7 years now. Hey, still looking. Are you looking for any investors at all?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Money is
you want to share your social media, your number for people who want to find out how you manage to actually fit in. You know, there are those who, when they are out there and they are coming to stay. They are scared of the resistance. How do I cope? And you want to share your number, how you fit in?
Sure, definitely. If you want to understand more about how to fit in is simple. You just have to be like the people. And first of all, I'm a Ghanaian. I just traveled.
Yeah.
You understand? So I had to now act like the Ghanaian.
Okay.
So my number is 0244 885711 0244 885711. My personal social media handle is AJ Willz. And my business is AJ Willz Media. So when you want to reach out to me, listen, if you want to support us with our award scheme, we are available for you.
Especially when you're from the Eastern region and you're in the diaspora.
Yes.
This young man is doing a great job in the Eastern region that needs support.
Thank you.
Donate something small to support the award. You know, it's very important. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your time for watching us. And this interview, I'll make sure you watch it. Please, when you watch, share to the other diasporan, the young people who are there. Hey, Ghana, me, I don't to come to Ghana. Me, I don't to come to Ghana. He had his fair share of living the luxury lives, being a commercial farmer's son, a millionaire son, but he's back home and hustling. That's what real men do. Real men hustle. Come back and come and grow the country. That's what we want from you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I truly appreciate it. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.